The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium at Coach Neil Alexander Court, getting set for varsity action here on a Tuesday night as the Raiders from East Peoria come to town. Railer sophomores victorious just a couple of minutes ago, 40-37. Railers 19-4 on the season, 6-1 in the Apollo Conference, while the Raiders from East Peoria come in at 15-8 and 8-3 in league play for them. That is the Mid-Illini, is the conference that East Peoria in. I named a few schools off, Scott, for you for the Mid-Illini. Do you know any more? I told you Metamora,
Washington.
I told you Washington. Canton's in it, yeah.
Dunlap.
Correct.
East Peoria.
Yeah.
Morton.
Yeah.
Limestone.
Good looking. How did you see that? Limestone, yes. One more. Pekin.
The Dragons.
Yeah.
How come we don't play Pekin?
I don't know. It'd be a good question for and it'd be a good team for a non-conference game. I remember my sophomore and junior year, we played in the Pekin Holiday tournament, and that was a good time. Nice gym. A lot of they've got a good following as far as a good fan base. So yeah, that's a good question. That wouldn't be a bad team to get on the schedule. Metamora 10-0 over in the Mid-Illini. East Peoria, the team we got here tonight, 8-3. They're second place. Morton and Washington tied for third at 7-3. Dunlap 4-6. Pekin 3-6. Canton 1-9, and Limestone has not yet to crack a win in the Mid-Illini Conference. We talk about the Railers fresh off a 5-game winning streak, looking to get to 6 after the Railers took care of Eisenhower 42-35, and we saw Cook come back on Saturday, was it? Yeah, Saturday. Yeah. He came back and had a nice game. I believe he led the Railers in scoring off the bench. Had about 13 points that game, and I wouldn't say he was 100% by the way he was moving, but I would say he was getting close. Sunday off with probably a little rest. Monday with a little practice, and then today we're hoping that because the Railers, I was looking at the schedule, I think we've got 8 games left, Scott, in about a 3-week span. So there's a lot of b-ball coming here real quickly.
Yeah, and these kids, they're into the point of the season where you'd rather play basketball than practice. It's just practice is just routine.
Kind of like Allen Iverson.
Yeah, practice.
Yeah.
But, it's the same thing. They're just working on, at this point, fundamentals and then preparing for your next opponent. But, yeah, these kids would rather play games, and they're going to get a lot of that in the next few weeks.
Well, one thing we hope they have been working on a little more of has been the shooting, and that's been something we've struggled with, Scott, especially shooting from the perimeter on Saturday against Eisenhower. The Railers had a lot of good looks from 3. Couldn't necessarily knock them down. They were 1 for 11 in the first half, finished 4 of 22. And in order for this team, especially, we need a few threes. We don't get to the basket on regularity and don't have a real post presence, although Hayes has become help with that. We've got to get these guys shooting the basketball. Confidence is a huge thing, and what a great time would be to start here tonight.
Yeah, Saucy, he's usually pretty good about getting the game going with the 3, but then you bring in Gowan and Nelson, and that's when our 3-point specialists enter the game. They usually come in about the 4-minute mark of the first, and then they tend to get things started outside in the perimeter, which is going to help Cook and Hayes down low to help free them up as well.
That's going to wrap it up for us here on our pregame show. After a word from our sponsors, Scott and I'll be back here in Lincoln to bring you the play-by-play action as Lincoln takes on East Peoria. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Komnick, Grau Incorporated, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Want to the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Lincoln Railer basketball is on the air. Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN Sports are pleased to bring you tonight's contest from Lincoln, Illinois, on the campus of Lincoln Community High School as the Lincoln Railers take on the Raiders from East Peoria. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby on the camera, and Joe Lee back at the studio, and we are all set to bring you all of tonight's action. We would like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners that are tuning in to WLCN 96.3 FM, listening on the go on the Mixler app, or watching our live stream video on YouTube. We hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. The Raiders come in tonight's game with an overall record of 19-4 and a 6-1 record in the Apollo, while the Raiders with an overall record of 15-8 and 8-3 in the Mid-Illini. Both teams on the court warming up, 2:50 on the clock as the Raiders go through their final warm-up, head to the locker room. It's time to check tonight's list of the game, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell. If you're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. Josh, 3 keys to tonight's game.
Well, I don't know if we had this key yet this year because I don't know if we've probably played against a player of his caliber. I think it's number one is you've got to find a way to stop 6'5" senior Justin Page. We talked about it in the pregame. I believe he's going to Cal Poly. So obviously he's got some skill. If some people from California have taken notice.
Isn't that a baseball school?
Yeah, they're good in baseball too. But you can tell out there he's He's got some skill. He's draining some threes right now. So I think number one is find a way to stop him. It's probably the best player, single player, that we've played against all year. And then I think also is we got to figure out a way to get the ball in the hole. I mean, we've not scored badly. We're scoring right about where we normally are, about 50 points a game. But we're not shooting it from the perimeter. And we've got to find a way to get, we need Nelson to hit threes, 2 or 3 a game. We need Schilling to hit a couple a game. Saucy's got to hit 1 or 2. Gowan's maybe been our most consistent player as of late as far as going to the basket and getting a couple threes to go down. So we've got to shoot the ball from the perimeter a little bit better, and then we've got to rebound. I think. You know what, I'm going to switch that. I talked to a guy from Morton today, and he says East Peoria gets up and down the court a lot. I'm going to say transition defense tonight. I think we're going to have to stop the Raiders from getting easy baskets.
All right.
See, I did some homework.
You did some homework, yeah, and you switched it up.
Matter of fact,
little flip.
I can't take full credit. He called me to see if we were playing him tonight. I think so he could get a recap of the game afterwards. So he gave me a little scouting report, and I guess I'll probably have to give him one after.
Well, hey, you got people calling you.
Unless I find out that we're going to play Morton in the regional, that I'm not.
I don't letting him know.
I don't want to tell him a word. Yeah.
No, we don't want to give our secrets away.
Right.
There are no secrets. Secrets this day and age, Josh.
Yeah.
Back in your day, there was an internet.
Well, and I still don't like the rule where high school coaches can now go up and film. Not saying that it didn't happen when I was playing, but it wasn't legal to be able to do it. Now I think it takes the effort away, and of writing and figuring all that, where you can go back and replay. Just one of them old school rules that I don't, or new school rules that I don't like.
All right, we're going to take another commercial break as we get ready for the playing of our national anthem. We come back, we'll have starting lineups and the opening tip here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back, Railer fans. Getting set for the starting lineups here. First for the visitors, East Peoria Raiders, 15-8 on the season. Their head coach, is Mr. John Garzanich.
A 5'11" senior, number 23, Cam Mabels. A 6'2" junior,
5'11" and a senior, number 23, Cam Mabels.
A 6'2" senior, number 30, Saul Chown.
6'2" and a junior, number 10, AJ Reinders.
Jack DuBois. And a 6'5" senior, number
6'2" and a senior, 30, Sal Chon. 6'3" and a senior, number 11, Jack DuBois. And they're stud from what we think, or what we've heard anyway. 6'5" and a senior, number 5, Justin Page. East Peoria members of the Mid-Illini Conference. Now the starting lineup for your Lincoln Railers. 19-4 on the season. First man out for head coach Neil Alexander, 6'2" and a senior, 24, Biven, Jake Biven. 6'5" forward, senior number 22, Saucy, Tyler Saucy. 5'11" and a junior, number 3, Schilling, Trey Schilling. Man back in the starting lineup after a short injury, 6'7" and a senior, 34, Cook, Peyton Cook. And 5'7" and a junior, number 10, Carson, Keon Carson. Coach Alexander assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. McMcClellan, Zach Dom, and Gary Rademacher.
We are all set for tonight's matchup between the Raiders of East Peoria and your Lincoln Railers. As East Peoria walks onto the court in their traveling red, I said maroon and probably maroon and gold, while the Railers in their home whites. Tonight's tip-off sponsor, Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Yeah, really good size for East Peoria from the guard position. 6'2", 5'11". Du Bois, number 11, is 6'3". They've got the 6'2" guard Reinders and the 6'5" forward. So, you know, even they've not huge size inside, but they've got some big, good-sized guards.
Cook and Chown set to tip, and the opening tip is controlled by the Lincoln Railers. Biven, he'll go left. Now Cook up top. He'll go right. Try to get to the lane. Nothing there. Picks up his dribble. Kicks out up top to Carson. Over to Saucy. Now Schilling. Found Cook underneath. Up and got too far deep. Should have hit him a little earlier. He was open, but Cook just a little too far under the basket.
Yeah, Page, their stud, is guarding Saucy. So we'll see if Saucy can do it, or maybe at least drag Page away from that middle of the lane. You got to think he's a shot blocking threat in the middle there.
No score, game just underway. Tuesday night basketball here at Royale. There's a travel as Mabels took one too many steps, and he'll be guilty of the travel. Railer basketball.
Yeah, the Raiders got a nice backdoor cut by Cook in that first possession. I think you're right, Scott. I think the pass was too late, and then the nice East Peoria kind of clogged up the lane.
Biven now down to Cook, up and good, and the foul as Reinders was there late, got Cook on the arm, and Cook will try to finish the old-fashioned three-point play.
Boy, it works almost every time. It's like, what's that movie where they say it's like Novocaine, just give it time? And we run that same play every single time it runs.
I don't know that movie.
You don't know the movies? Lloyd probably does. I think it's a football movie.
Thought you were
I think it's Remember the Titans.
Groundhog Day or something like that.
I don't watch that stuff. Got a tip away by Keon. Ooh, almost a steal there.
Cook made the free throw. Raiders up 3-0. Stolen by Schilling. Now tapped out of bounds off of Cook as he couldn't gather it.
Ooh, Tyler went hard off.
Yes, he did.
He was on a full sprint to get back, and then he kind of collided with Cook, it looked like, to go get the basketball. And I don't know if somebody took him out or I kind of lost sight of it, but he sure fell hard.
He's fine. He's going to stay in the game as the East Peoria Raiders get the ball inbound. Mabels up to Reinders. Now back to Reinders, over to Du Bois. He's going to fire a three off the rim, no good. Page there with the rebound. Feed it down low to Chown. Nothing there. Guarded by Cook. They'll reset up top to Mabels. Now Reinders back to Mabels. Over to Boys. 3 on the way and good. And we're tied up at 3 as is it Reinders?
Reinders.
Right.
Yeah, Reinders with a 3. No matter whatever the name is, it was a 3 there.
Reinders.
Nice little student section. I'd say the best student section we've seen from a visiting team. East Peoria brought a nice.
They sure did.
Probably about 15, 20 kids.
Jumper up and good.
Yeah, that's a tough shot too. That's a step behind the free throw line off a one dribble pull up left hand dribble and a shot for Biven on his right hand. So nice shot there by the senior.
5-3 Railers. 5:54 to go in the first quarter. East Peoria working around. There's a drive by Page. Now it kicks over to Mabels. Now back to Page.
Almost looks like they shuffle their feet about every single time.
Reinders with it. Kicks it in the corner to Du Bois for a 3. Left it short. And Schilling with the rebound. Kicks it to Biven, who hands off to Carson. 5-3 Railers. 5:30 to go in the first. Cook with it on the wing up top to Saucy. They'll work it around to Carson. Down low to Cook. Cook on the elbow, or on the block, I should say. Now Biven pulls up for a jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound, Chol.
Yeah, then we talked about the transition. One of the keys was get back, and they got the rebound and took off with it. So good job by East Peoria filling the lane and getting an easy layup. And we talked about getting back on defense. We didn't go for the rebound, and there's no excuse for the Railers not to get back.
All tied up at 5, 4:55 to go in the first. Schilling lost his dribble, now gets it to Carson, over to Saucy for a 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Chown for the East Peoria Raiders. Now Page looks to push, Saucy there, up and no good. Ball's loose. Carson steals it up top to Chown, now to Page. Page kicks into Chown. Nothing there on the ground. Saucy rips it out of there. Hands to Biven. Raiders with the basketball, all tied at 5.
Yeah, a little turnover there. Now the second turnover for East Peoria. They try to get a little too quick with what they're doing and turned it over.
Schilling thinks about a 3. Now Biven will take a 3 in the corner. Airballed it. Comes down to Page for the Raiders. Over to Chown, now in the corner to Reinders for a 3, no good. Rebound, Biven, great rebound as he went up and got that.
I thought 11 is right underneath there with Du Bois, and Biven went high over him to get the rebound.
Railers with the basketball, all tied up. Carson with it up top for the Railers. He'll go right to Saucy on the wing. Now Cook at the elbow. Looks for Schilling. Schilling for a 3 off the side of the rim, no good. Page with the rebound.
Boy, stop him. Don't let him get ahead of steam.
They work it down low to Chown, into Cook. Good defense by Cook, and they're going to get Cook with the foul. He was straight up as Chown went into him and draw the contact.
Yeah, I don't know what Cook was supposed to do there. There was very little contact. I think the referee saw the ball and what happened with the basketball and expected it to be a foul, but Chow just had no idea what he was going to do and just threw it up there, and they bailed him out.
Well, yeah, he was the one that initiated the contact. Cook was straight up.
Boy, a host of subs as Coach Al does about this time for the first quarter. Hayes checks in, Gowan and Nelson all in.
Carson, Cook stay in. Free throw up and good for Chown, and the Raiders have their first lead of the night, 7-5, 3:30 to go in the first. Nelson on the wing, up top to Carson, now right wing Gowan. In the corner to Hayes. They'll work it back to the left. Cook, Carson. Now Hayes on right wing. Now Carson will back it out, reset. 3:14 to go in the first. Try to work it down low to Cook. They do. He has it. He'll spin in, stolen away by Page. Page loses it to Cook, and now Gowan with it.
Yeah, good credit Keon for that big hustle back.
Hayes in there, up off the backboard, no good, but he's going to draw the foul and get 2 free throws. Foul is on number 23. That is Mabels, his first, team second.
Yeah, good hustle by Keon again. We went to the post play to Cook. He got it stolen from him with Page, and well, it was a heck of a size advantage for Page running on the break, and Keon getting back and stopping the basketball made him turn it over.
First free throw for Hayes rattles in and good. Boy, you just don't think that's going to get to the rim. He's got so much arch under that.
Too hard.
Too hard. Rolls around, no good. Chown with the rebound. Raiders down 6-7. Reinders over to Page. Now Page will go to his left to Reinders. Back to Page. Over to Mabels. Mabels up top to Du Bois. Now Reinders. Reinders goes right, gives it to Mabels, who gives it back to Reinders over to Chown. Chown all the way across to Page. Page pulls up for the jumper, but he dishes it off to Du Bois, and shot no good. Cook with the rebound.
Yeah, he's been. I've saw him shoot a lot of threes in warm-ups, with that being Page. And I thought he had a good look there and passed it up for a little bit better one, I think, maybe from about 15, but a tough shot, didn't get it to go. So the Raiders so far have done a good job on him.
Raiders with the basketball, down by 1. Carson kicks it out. Hayes in the corner. Now Cook on right wing. Now they'll work it to the left to Nelson. Back up top to Cook. Cook at the elbow to Carson in the corner. He'll spin on his guy. Nothing there. Kick it out to Gowan on the left wing. Now they'll reset with Nelson up top. Now Gowan. Carson kicks it over to Nelson. Three-pointer on the way. Got it.
Oh, needed it.
Yes, sir. Nelson with their Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Railers back up by 2.
Yeah, and it's a guy we talked about in the pregame. We need to get going for this last stretch of the season. Really catch fire for Nelson would be huge for this team.
1:24 to go in the first. Raiders up by 2. Raiders, East Peoria Raiders with the basketball. Reinders over to Du Bois in the corner, back to Reinders. Reinders for a 3 off the rim, no good. Chown there for the rebound on Hayes, that's no good. Nelson with the rebound, he pushes left. 2-on-2 with Gowan in the corner. He's going to take a 3, got it! Gowan with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Raiders up 5.
Yeah, nice transition there, and good job by Nelson. I love to see the rebounder just go and take it. You don't always have to look for the point guard. He grabbed the rebound, took it, and found Gowan in the corner.
Du Bois in the corner for a 3, no good. Nelson with the rebound, gets it to Hayes, who gets it to Carson. Raiders with the ball, 38 on the clock. First quarter action here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Raiders up by 5 with the basketball.
Yeah, they got Gage. Oh, Gage is guarding Nelson now. Page, I should say. Page, actually.
Yeah.
I said Gage.
I'm not going to correct you. You call him Gage all night. 12 on the clock. Raiders with the ball. They'll hold for 1. Gowan. Alley-oop. Cook left it short. Hayes there with the rebound.
It looked like he was getting.
Now he'll go up and no good. Stuck in the rim. It'll be a jump ball. And it will be East Peoria basketball. That's fine. Give them the ball with .4. We'll take it out second quarter.
Yeah, you're right.
That worked out for the Railers.
Yeah. Although I would have rather seen the ball go in the hoop.
Yeah. And at the end of 1, it's the Lincoln Railers 12 and the East Peoria Raiders 7. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have second quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium.
Happy to report.
Yeah.
The girls are up 51-12 at half over at Mount Zion.
It's a close one.
Actually, a buddy of mine looked up the point differential between what they scored and what they've given up. It's like 1,000 points more than what they've given up.
Oh, boy. That's fun. That's awesome. Second quarter underway here at Royce Anderson. Railers up 12-7 with the basketball.
Yeah, and East Peoria, will go to almost like a matchup zone here and see if the Railers can try and get some shooters in some spots here.
Carson with it on left wing. Now back up top to Nelson. Back to Carson. To Gowan in the corner for a three. Got it! Gowan with 2 3-pointers, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Yeah, it was a great skip pass by Keon, too. It wasn't one that had a lot of arc on it. It was a bullet across there in perfect time for Gowan to get it because East Peoria was running at him, and Gowan got the shot off in time and got it to go in.
15-7 Railers, 7:10 to go in the first half. East Peoria with the basketball. Reinders feeds it in to Du Bois, and he'll put it up and good. He snuck behind that defense and got an easy bucket.
Yeah, that's too easy. The guy passes it almost from the top of the key over the back, over our backs, and got an easy layup. So one, you got to have more ball pressure, or the back's got to have a little more awareness who's behind them.
15-9 Railers, 6:45 to go in the first half. Hayes back up top to Gowan. So almost stolen away by Chown, and it's a turnover off the Railers as Cook grabbed it, stepped on the baseline.
You know, sometimes when we start to see pressure, our passes are too long. You know, it allows the defense to cut in front of it, and we're just guys got to be a little closer or meet your pass a little bit more.
Saucy's going to check in for Cook. East Peoria, Page. Now he'll get across the timeline over to Mabels. Reinders with it. Up top to Mabels. Works left. Now down to Page. Guarded there by Saucy.
Yeah, the Railers have put 2 guys on Page almost when he catches it. We had Keon right there, and Saucy was on him as well.
Now Reinders guarded there by Nelson. He'll walk it up to Mabels. Now back to Reinders, right wing. Worked it to Page. He'll go left, and they're going to get him with a charge. Extended that arm, Josh, and they're going to call that every time.
Every time. You see it in college all the time. Any sort of push off or a little bit of contact to the chest. Now give the credit to the defense. They tend to react a little bit, overreact, I should say, on those. But, yeah, I think that was a good call. Gowan in excellent defensive position. Butt down, ready to move, and got in front of Page.
Do they have the LeBron rule in high school? The flop?
I do not know.
Ooh, backdoor to Hayes, just a little too strong, couldn't grab it. It's going to be turnover Railers.
Yeah, I think Gowan, it was almost a slip screen, and Hayes couldn't get loose to slip it. And Gowan did what he was supposed to do and lead that pass to Hayes, but he just couldn't get rid of the defenders kind of holding him.
15-9 Railers, 5:33 to go in the first half. East Peoria with the basketball. Mabels to Reinders, feeds it to Du Bois in the corner. Now back to Reinders. He'll dribble in, kick it to Du Bois. Du Bois for a 3, no good. Nelson with the rebound. Nelson with a lot of those backside rebounds.
Well, and it's a good thing he didn't really go find Page, but Page was in the corner, and good thing Page didn't come to rebound, or had a good chance of getting that offensive rebound. He didn't even go after it.
Nelson with it up top to Gowan. Now he'll pull up for another 3. Off the rim, no good. Had a good look, and East Peoria couldn't control it. It's going to be off them. Railer basketball on their own baseline. 2
of their guys, well, you take it, I'll take it, you take it. Uh-oh, out of bounds.
Nelson to inbound. Gets it in. Now they'll work it to the left. Hayes. Carson up top. He'll go right, find a lane, up and good.
Yeah. Well, he got that little movement going too, right? And he got spinning, and they're playing Keon basically to go either way. And as we talked about earlier, as he was really doing a good job of getting to the basket earlier in the season, you let him come at you at full speed, he's going to go right by you.
That first step, man, that's quick. 17-9 Railers. Reinders, Page up top, guarded by Gowan.
I will say Page does not force much.
Chown for a jumper, no good. Saves it off Nelson. He couldn't grab it. It's going to stay with the Raiders.
But we get hands on a lot of basketballs, but we lose a lot of tips and rebounds and not grabbing, whether for whatever reason, hand strength, whatever it is. But we have a lot of balls that go off our fingers.
Cook's going to come back in with Biven.
Ooh, that guy was not ready for that.
No, he was not. Feed it to, we got some new Raiders as Gowan tried to go up and get it. Now he gets it. Carson, he's going to go around the back. Feed it to Hayes, and we got a hold. Great recovery by Carson as he went around the back, lost it, and tapped it to Hayes, but we're going to have a foul.
Yeah, I believe 4 team fouls now on East Peoria. Maybe that was just 3. 4? Lloyd's got 4 on his score.
Lob to Hayes.
It's a foul.
He'll put it up with the right, and good.
Well, he was getting bodied and pushed, and when a defender's stopping the offensive guy to get into the basket with body, would be a foul in my book.
And
turnover.
And what was it, out of bounds?
Yeah, out of bounds. 3 is Wade Jackson just got a little careless with the ball, tripped and fell, and then Biven went to go get it. But as Jackson was going to, as he basically fell out of bounds with the ball. So another turnover, full timeout for East Peoria. The 6th turnover on the Raiders. And they have kind of shot themselves in the foot as of late. Not started out with an easy couple baskets, and then they've gone scoreless here for a while.
19-9, Railers up. 3:47 to go in the first half, and we got to announce some of these fine sponsors, Josh, because without them, this broadcast wouldn't be happening right now. So give a shout out to them. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com.
Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Railer basketball on WLCN. Call financial advisor Chase Lowry at 217-732-7524 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Let's go, Railers.
Headline Salon, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, where your hair makes a statement. Call Brett, Kenna, Allie, the barber, or Jasmine, the massage therapist, at 217-651-8310.
Railer basketball, 3:40 to go in the first half, up by 10. Gowan with it up top. Feed it down low to Hayes. Little head fake up and good.
Yeah, great job. Great slip screen again. We've ran that play a couple times. And Hayes and Cook are realizing in the last couple games of the head fake.
Yeah.
You know, that worked well, or we got blocked a lot in Collinsville. And then we started to implement the head fake a little bit, and it has paid off.
Railers up 21-9. There's a steal by Gowan. He'll push left. Now pick it up. Give it to Hayes.
Well, Gowan just looks quick out there. Quicker than normal tonight. Really scrappy.
Hayes, Gowan. Pull it back out to Carson. Over to Biven. Now Cook in the corner. Up to Carson on the right, left wing. Now back to Carson. He'll walk it to the center. 21-9 Railers. We're under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Gowan with it on right wing. Now up top to Cook. To Carson left wing. He'll dribble in with his left. Up off the backboard. No good. Hayes there with the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, there's not going to be more people around the ball than him, and he's going to be feisty and ready to go after it. And one thing he can really do is go rebound the ball, and he's really good at the second effort after a miss off of a layup or even one of his own misses. He's generally the guy that gets the ball.
Page with the deep three off the iron. No good. Gowan with the rebound. Railers opening it up here in the second quarter with the basketball with 2:18 to go in the first half. Carson will walk it across the timeline. Calls out the play. Now goes to his left. Now back to the right to Hayes. Hayes goes right. Now left. Kicks it in the corner. Tapped out of bounds off of Page. Going to stay with...
No.
Wrong
way.
All right. There we go. Good call.
All right, Illinois wins. Good. 72-56. Illini with a winner at home over Nebraska.
Schilling back into the game. He'll replace Keon Carson. 23-9 Railers, 2:02 to go in the first half with the basketball. Schilling right wing, looking for Cook, nothing there. Now they'll work it back up top to Biven, over to Hayes. Now Gowan on left wing.
Got a dribble.
Out there by Jackson. Now he'll break through it. Pull it up, give it to Schilling. Now they'll work it back up top to Biven. Biven to Hayes on left wing. Now to Schilling. East Peoria.
Ratchet up that pressure.
Yeah, they sure
They're getting
have.
after us. Now they've got to make something happen. They're only 9 points on the scoreboard.
Biven loses it. Jackson grabs it, pushes it down. Nothing there. Good recovery by the Railers. Now East Peoria reset. Jackson over to Page. Fakes left. Number 1 in for the Raiders. That's Nash Jackson. And East Peoria with the bucket.
Yeah, Page there off a nice little 2-dribble pull-up left-handed from about 15 feet. Gets his, I think it's his first basket to go.
23-11. We're under a minute here in the first half. Biven left wing up top to Hayes. Now Gowan right wing. Cook in the corner.
I think the Railers are trying to hold for one here. It's quite a long time here with East Peoria really kind of turning up the pressure on us. Now 33 before halftime.
Down to 30 seconds to go in the first half. Schilling up top. Now to Biven on the left wing. He'll walk, dribble, take a couple dribbles, hand off to Schilling. Schilling guarded there by Nash Jackson. Gives it to Hayes. 9 seconds to go. Hayes stolen away by Page.
Hang on.
And the dunk by Page. So all that time we ran off the clock, Josh. We turn it over, and East Peoria able to capitalize.
Yeah, exactly what you don't want to do.
At the end of the first half, it's the Railers 23, East Peoria 13. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Railers lead it here at halftime, 23-13. We'll run through the scoring here. The Raiders from East Peoria were led by Justin Page. 4 points for Page. All basically the last 2 baskets of the half were from Page, the Division I recruit. 3 points for AJ Reinders, 2 apiece for Jack DuBois, Cam Marbles, and Sol Chown to round out the 13 for East Peoria. The Railers were led by Drew Hayes. Hayes off the bench with 7 points, 6 for Aiden Gowan, 3 for Camden Nelson and Peyton Cook, 2 points for Jake Biven and also Keon Carson. Again, the Railers lead it here at half, 23-13. We'll send it back to the studios back here in just a couple minutes with some stats of the first half. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schnatter Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Raider basketball. Welcome back, Raider fans, here at halftime at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium at Coach Neil Alexander Court. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schnatter Chiropractic pregame show. No, it's not pregame. It's halftime show. And the Railers lead it here 23-13. Drew Hayes leading the way for the Railers with 7 points. Through the stats here, Raiders shoot 5 of 16 from the field for 31%. They were 1 of 8 from 3. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. They had 9 rebounds, 2 of them offensive. 8 turnovers for the Raiders on 2 assists, 3 steals. And again, they were led by Justin Page with 4 points. The last 4 for the Raiders in the first half. The Railers, not bad from the field, 53%, 9 of 17. Better from the three-point land as well. 3 of 7 for 43%, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 9 total rebounds, 1 of them offensive. 5 turnovers on 4 assists for the Railers. The Railers with 4 steals. Bench scoring for Lincoln, big, Scott. Again, it has been as of late, too. Hayes off the bench with 7. Gowan off the bench with 6. And it's been nice to bring those guys in and provide a scoring punch. You don't see a lot of teams going about a 8-9 man rotation, but coach is pretty comfortable with it right now.
Yeah, and I think maybe our bench is outscoring our starters right now, Josh. And you know, that's a good problem to have, where, like you said, you bring Gowan and Nelson off the bench, and Gowan, I think, hit 2 threes. Nelson had 1. It just opens up that middle a little bit more. You know, they can't pack it in, and it's going to help Cook and Hayes. So hopefully we can continue the second half.
Yeah, and I think you've got to expect Page to be a little bit more of a factor in the second half. Just 4 points. The last 4 points of the half belong to their talented senior 6'5" forward, and you've got to think that they're going to try and get the ball to him a little bit more and cause some more damage because he hasn't done a whole lot as of yet.
Yeah, we saw towards the end of the second quarter where they kind of amped up their defense and really got on us and got after us and slowed us down and kind of pushed us out of where we're, our spacing and where we wanted to be on the court. So I would anticipate seeing a lot more of that second half.
I did see good energy out there, I thought, from the Railers offensively and defensively. Gowan, whenever Page or any other Chow inside would bring the ball down in his area, he was scrapping around for it. Saw some nice hustle plays from Keon Carson, and then some big rebounds offensively, especially from Hayes, who he had a couple offensive rebounds and then with some big putbacks. So the hustle there, the defensive end transition to the offensive end. We shot a little bit better, so I think that helps helps our confidence for sure.
Absolutely. 1:20 on the clock. Both teams are back out on the court. We'll take another break. We come back, we'll have second half action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Welcome back to Royce Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening. And we're ready for second half action here on Coach Neil Alexander Court. Railers up 23-13, and it will be East Peoria basketball to start the second half. Good student section.
Lloyd says it should be our ball. And I would trust Lloyd.
I wouldn't trust Lloyd as far as I could throw him.
Yeah, just
There's the three on the way, no good. And good box out by Hayes.
Yeah, we'll see. Hayes plays that first or is a starter here in the second half. And Coach usually goes with his starters for the game, but Hayes has had such an impact, and maybe Saucy is a little banged up. I saw the trainer taking off after him on a couple of those falls, and he may be banged up a little bit.
That'd be a little concussed. Let's hope not. Raiders with the basketball. Cook pulls up for a jumper. Ooh, way too strong off the backboard. No good. East Peoria with the rebound. Page over to Reinders. Back to Page. Back to Reinders. Back to Page. Page looking down low. Nothing there. He'll get over to Reinders. Now Mabel's on the wing. Looks for DuBois. Feed it in to Chown. Up and no good. Too strong. Cook with the rebound.
Boy, that's a break for the Railers because the East Peoria did a nice job of moving the ball there. They got it low post, and then they were kicked it in right in the middle. And Chow just could not get the layup to go.
Railers with the basketball. Still up by 10. Cook with it up top. Now to Carson on left wing. Back up to Gowan. He'll go left. Get it to Carson. Carson goes right. Now Nelson. Now Cook. Cook kicks it out to Carson. Carson dribbles in. And they'll work it back to the right with Nelson. Now Cook on right wing to Carson.
Looks like after the weave doesn't work for a while, the Railers will then work to their...
Nelson for a three. Got it.
Don't get much easier than that.
Oh, it don't.
He was wide open, and it's at the top of the key where most shooters love to shoot it. And two good screens. I'm not sure East Peoria didn't get a little mixed up on who they were
going
guarding.
Away. Nelson with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer, and a turnover. East Peoria Raiders with the basketball, up 26-13, 5:40 to go in the third.
Yeah, looks like Coach will go right back to the well here.
Nelson, corner, nothing there. Over to Gowan on right wing.
Go it to him.
Hayes backing down Du Bois, nothing there. Now Carson hands off to
He's got
Gowan.
Size and strength advantage on Du Bois.
Gowan, little back door off of East Peoria, going to stay with the Railers, and I think Gowan kind of forced that in there.
That was
picked up
open.
his dribble and tried to force it.
Yeah, I think he got a little nervous about having the ball for a 5-second count, but yeah, that was an open.
Raiders maintain possession, 26-13, 5:15 to go in the third. Carson with it up top.
I'm not so sure you don't run that play to Hayes where he posts right in the middle. He's got a big size, not big size advantage, but a strength advantage for sure.
Carson loses it, or I'm sorry, that's Gowan. Page, he'll dribble in, go up, and good. Don't want him to get going because he can take over a ball game.
No.
Raiders up by 11.
And really, it's been in transition, Scott. He's not done hurt us in the full court or the half court.
Cook, strong rebound up and good. Cook with the rebound off the missed three-pointer from Nelson, and he'll put it back up and good, and the Raiders up 13.
He almost just tipped it to himself. I don't think he could grab the first one. Tipped it to himself. He went and got it again, and then an easy layup. So good hustle there by Cook to get the basket after the missed three from Nelson.
4:25 to go in the third. Raiders up 13. East Peoria with the basketball. Page goes right, loses it, out of bounds off Page. Going to be Railer basketball. Railers back in action Thursday night as we travel to Taylorville to take on the Tornadoes on Thursday night basketball.
First game, I know regular season on Thursday.
Yeah, that's
a weird.
I thought it was a misprint, but Lloyd said nope, we're playing Thursday. Carson gets in, gets out to Hayes. Hayes will dribble in, little hand check by the Raiders, and they pick up their first team foul the second half.
I believe the girls are back in action also on Thursday. Is that right, Lloyd, or Friday? One of the two.
Nelson inbound. Gowan for a three in the corner. Left it short. Page there for the rebound.
Yeah, tough shot there by Gowan. Pretty well defended.
Page gets in. Nowhere to go. Hands off to Du Bois. He'll pull up for the jumper in good. 3:45 to go in the third. 28-17 Railers. Carson will sprint across the timeline. Now get it to Nelson. Thinks about a three. Now kicks it out to Hayes, over to Carson. In the corner to Gowan. Back up top to Nelson. Carson. Gowan for a deep three off the wing. No good. 5-4 underneath. Du Bois with the rebound. East Peoria with the basketball, down by 11.
Yeah, a couple of forced threes there by Gowan. Just didn't make East Peoria play a lot of defense in that possession either again. So don't get away don't go away from what's worked to get that good lead.
11-point lead. There's a three by Page. Got it. And timeout East Peoria as the Raiders pull within 8 with 3:02 to go in the third. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Come back with more third quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
I only had 4 there, so a quick 5 for Page in the third quarter. Plus, he had a nice drop-off pass here to Reinders, I believe, or Du Bois, I think it was. They got a 2-point basket. So you slowly start to see him try to take this thing over. Maybe not necessarily all by himself as far as the scoring, but he's very willing to pass as well.
Yeah, we knew he was going to be a factor in this ball game, and credit to the Railers. They shut him down first half, and now he's kind of getting into a little bit of rhythm here, and We got to keep an eye on him.
Girls are a winner tonight to improve to 26-0, I believe. 26-0 on the season, 62-25 over Mount Zion.
Sounds like they called the dogs off at halftime.
Yeah, looks like it. I think they could have. Looked by the score.
28-20 here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Railers with the basketball. Carson with the top of the key over the right wing to Gowan. Now up top to Nelson.
Yeah, coach not happy with what we were calling there, or the guys weren't running it correctly. One of the two.
Got a illegal screen on the Railers on Nelson.
Back into the ball game for Lincoln, 24, Jake Bennett, and number 3, Shelley, replaces Nelson.
So foul on the Railers. That's Nelson's first, team first. And the Raiders with the ball. Page gets it across the timeline, guarded by Schilling. Now Carson to come out on him. Goes right. Now Biven. There we go. There's another illegal.
Yeah, kind of traded places there, right? One with Nelson got called with one, and now 11 Jack Du Bois with an offensive foul on their end. So we swapped spots here. And we'll get the ball back. Still up 28-20 with 2:10 left in the third quarter.
Hayes will get it into Carson. Now to Biven. Biven will get across the timeline. Now to Cook. Feed to Hayes. Hayes fakes. Got shoved out of there. No call. Now he'll put it up and good.
Yeah, he's just getting bodied like crazy. I mean, that's got to be a foul somewhere.
Absolutely.
But he just powered through it. He kept his pivot foot. Great balance by Hayes there, and just right around the rim and put it up and in. This is the most layups I've seen him make without a miss here tonight.
30-20. 3 by Du Bois off the side of the rim. No good. Schilling there with the rebound.
Usually if he does miss, he tends to get the rebound back, but he hasn't had to get that second rebound tonight.
Railers up by 10, 1:28 to go in the third quarter. They'll work some time with Biven. Now Cook. Cook tapped out of his hands right to Page. Page, little Euro step up and good.
Now, I don't know why referees, some of them call when the defender reaches around and taps the ball away. Some of it's an automatic foul. Some of them don't call it at all.
Carson dribbles in. Ooh, almost a travel. Now Cook for a three. Little way too long. Biven there with the rebound to Cook. He's going to go up, go for the dunk, but Page is going to get him on the arm. And Page just picked up his second foul.
Yeah, nice offensive rebound there by Biven. Looked like he did a good job of tracking that ball. He knew Cook's rebound was going to be long. Biven tracked it down. And one thing Cook did, he didn't stand out on the perimeter. He cut right to the basket, and it was senior to senior, Biven to Cook on a nice cut.
Cook's going to get 2 free throws. First one up and good. Second one no good. Tracked down by Chown. Gets it to Page. Under a minute to go in the third. Railers up by 9. Page will get it across the timeline. Goes to his left. Now kicks it out to Mabels. Page for the drive up and no good. Goes over, tries to go over the back of Cook, no call.
Yeah, good job of Hayes and Cook to be there to stand their ground. He got baseline on Cook, but then Hayes was there to help out.
Number 22, Aarons checks in for the Raiders.
We held the ball to start to go into the last shot for the second quarter, turned it over, and Page got a breakaway layup. Let's not do that again.
Schilling to Cook up on top of the key. Now over to Hayes.
Hayes going to have to go here.
Hayes will go left.
That's a foul.
Hayes with 1 second. He'll put it up and couldn't get it to go. And at the end of 3, it's the Lincoln Railers 31, the East Peoria Raiders 22. We'll take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have fourth quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM. Fourth quarter underway here at Royce Anderson Gymnasium. Railer basketball to start the fourth. Railers with a 31-22 lead. Schilling to inbound for the Railers. He'll get it into Carson.
Yeah, it looks like East Peoria will go zone here, so the Railers will have to maybe switch up the play that they were considering.
Schilling, Cook up and slammed it. Little alley-oop from Schilling to Cook, and he slams it home. 33-22, that got the crowd going.
Yeah, they got the crowd going, the bench is going, and they're ready to explode here. Nice play out of the timeout. It went for against the zone, and Cook wasn't a perfect pass because it looked like he almost had to stall for a little bit, but long enough and tall enough to throw it over the rim.
Page left wing, he'll dribble in on Cook. Now back
Cook.
It out off of Schilling as Page tried to get it to Jackson. No good, out of bounds, off the Railers. Going to stay with East Peoria.
Better job this time by Cook of cutting off the baseline, and then Schilling was right there to get Page in the trap.
33-22. Chown in, blocked out of there by Hayes. Right into the head of a cheerleader. She's okay. It's going to stay with the Raiders on their own baseline. Page to inbound. As Aarons is going to check in for Wade Jackson.
Aarons replaces Jackson.
Page gets it into Mabels, and
nothing hurt there.
Carson got him on the arm.
Yeah, foul on Carson going for the ball, but just the second team foul on the Railers, so nothing hurt. Like the aggressive play. I think Aaron's 22, Jackson Aaron's a 5'10 freshman. He hurt the sophomore team a little bit here tonight with a couple of threes, so I think their coach is wanting to put him in to try and knock down a couple of threes.
33-22, 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Page goes left, now back right to Aarons. He's going to launch up a three, airballed it. Schilling there, couldn't grab it.
You know what I mean about just the fumble and a ball?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just right there. We fumble a lot of basketballs away. I know that's a tough rebound with the ball being an air ball, but we see a lot of that fumble, and then out of bounds or a turnover.
Girls with the big win tonight, 62-25 over Mount Zion. Puts them at 26-0.
Good start to the season, huh?
Yeah. 33-22 here as the Railers with the 11-point lead over the East Peoria Raiders. Raiders with the basketball. Mabels. Du Bois for a three off the rim, no good. Carson there for the rebound.
Got lucky there. Chown had good inside position on Biven, but the rebound went past him.
Cook up to Carson, 6:25 to go. Hayes. Now Schilling on right wing, kicks it up top of the key to Carson. Carson dribbles in, three-pointer on the way by Biven, got it.
Ooh.
Biven with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Railers up 14.
I was a little reluctant when Biven took off. He's not known for the three-point shot, but he nailed that one in the corner. And credit Keon, too. He did his job of getting into the middle lane. It sucked Biven's man into him, and then he kicked it out for a big three.
Full timeout, we'll take one as well. We'll be back after these messages.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
It's getting, as the night wears on, it's getting a little tougher to Railers and Raiders.
Yeah, it's a tongue twister.
Big three by Biven there as East Peoria calls the timeout. Railers up 36-22 with 6:09 left here, and this is kind of that part of the score. You're up 14. They can come back. They've got a capable guy of handling, of being able to bring him back by himself. Or you're the Railers, and you can ice this thing away with a couple stops and scores.
Under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Reinders over to Mabels, guarded there by Biven. Back to Reinders up top to Page. Page, pull-up jumper, got it.
That's tough there. That's a tough shot.
Yes, sir.
Right from about 18 feet, pull-up jump shot, and they're going to need more of that.
36-24. 5:30 to go in the game. Railers with the basketball. Biven, he dribbles in, kicks out to Cook, now to Carson. Up top to Hayes. Now they'll work it to the right. Biven in the corner. Malk up top to Carson. Carson waves through Cook. Got some motion as Hayes falls down. He's back up.
Well, you got to be paying attention if you're passing it to Page's man, because he is looking to jump the passing lanes hard now.
Now they'll work it back to the left with Cook. Cook goes right. Now to Hayes. Hayes dribbles in. Nothing there. Feed to Cook. Up off the backboard. Got it to go, and the foul.
Yeah, almost like a pick and roll. Yeah. I don't know if it was planned that way, but it sure turned out good. Pick and roll kind of off a handoff, and good job by Hayes of realizing that his man, Cook's man, came to him. Then all of a sudden, all Cook's got to do is spin to the basket, and that's a nice sophomore to senior connection there.
Boy, they run that weave up top, and it just puts you in a daze, and then they make their cuts, and several different variations of that offense that they can run.
Yeah, big basket, three-point play for Cook. Give him 11 on the night.
39-24. Railers with the lead. 4:50 to go in the ball game. Almost thrown away. Now Page will get it as Carson picks up the foul.
Yeah, nothing hurt there. Just the Railers' third team foul. Keon just his second, so no foul there. Kind of stopped the momentum of Page anyways.
Reinders to inbound for the Raiders. Gets it in to Mabels. Back to Reinders. Reinders dribbles in, goes up, way too high. Cook flies up for the rebound. Tapped out of there. Chow. Now Cook regains possession. Gives it to Hayes. Kicks it up to Biven. 4:35 to go. Now the Raiders will set up their offense with Hayes to Biven. Biven gets it to Carson. Carson goes left. Guarded there by Page. Now Cook. They'll swing it to the right with Biven.
Almost a handoff backdoor or something backdoor here would be pretty nice, I think. They're really starting to get out in the passing lane, pressure the ball.
And Page just picked up his third as Carson drove by him, and Page wanted to slow him down but picked up a foul in the process. 4:16 to go in the game. Railers up 15 and the ball. Hayes to inbound right in front of his own bench. As the overrated chants come in. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. Something with the out of bounds anyway.
Railers with the basketball up 15. There's a backdoor to Hayes, up and good. There you go, Josh. You called it.
Yeah.
A little backdoor to Hayes, and he got an easy bucket.
Yeah, and a foul somewhere too. 30. Foul on 30. Hayes. It must have been after the play that he made the layup or something. Not sure what that was. I kind of took my eyes off of it for a minute. And next thing you know, Hayes has got a foul, so I'm not sure what happened there. You have to check back on our YouTube channel. We can check it out when we get home.
Raiders up 17, under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Biggest lead of the night for the Raiders. They extended it here. Jackson feeds it in to Du Bois. He's going to go up, miss it. Tapped out of there. Carson with the rebound. Now he'll get it up top to Biven. To Cook. Cook on the left wing. He'll dribble right. Pull up for the jumper. Lost control of it. Strong enough to regain it.
You're right.
And hit the jumper.
Yeah, I think the defender even tapped it away. 23 was Cam Mabels tipped it away, and Cook went up and still maintained control of it.
And some frustration on Page as a turnover on the Raiders. 43-24 Railers. 3:20 to go in the ball game. Carson, guarded by Maples, gets it to Cook on left wing. He'll go right to Schilling, over to Hayes on right wing. Now Carson in the corner. He'll go left to Cook on top of the key to Schilling. 3 minutes to go. Looking for Cook, nothing there. Now Schilling will dribble in, tapped out of bounds off of Jackson. Going to stay with the Railers, and you got to take care of the ball here, Josh. Carson with it up top. We are under 3 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, take control of the ball. Don't be afraid to get a layup here. Square your man up, be strong with the basketball, and get all the way to the rim.
Cook picks up his dribble, gets his Schilling. Now they'll reset up top. Carson, now Hayes with it in the corner. Now they'll work it back to the right. Ooh, nice behind the pack by Hayes. Up and, good, get it to go. Rebound, and got a jump ball. Yep, jump ball.
Yeah, he's going to get it. I'm telling you, he's going to get the second one.
I tell you, it's a pretty nifty move by the big guy.
Yeah, he had a quick behind the back. I'm not sure.
I don't know if it even was trying to do that. He just kind of.
Possession, East Peoria.
They're going to change the arrow as they change it to East Peoria, so it will be East Peoria basketball. 43-24, Railers with 2:20 to go in the ball game. Almost stolen by Carson. Jackson able to regain. Now Babels. Nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Jackson, over to Page. Now he'll try to fire up a three. Good job by Schilling.
Yeah, Schilling all over.
Now gets it to Page. Hayes airballed it, and it's going to be off of Biven. There's another one of your.
Yeah, that's all right,
the ball.
Good defense by Hayes. He kept him in that corner and then contested the shot. That's a tough rebound on an air ball. It grazed a little bit of the rim, so you just don't know how much it's going to hit, and is it going to bounce? And that's a tough break for Biven.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Railers up 43-24. Blocked by Hayes. Gets the rebound and kicks it out to Carson. Nope, he's going to wave Carson up. Hayes is going to bring it up himself. Now kicks it over to Carson.
Yeah, I love Hayes' activity, man. He's just gained so much confidence. I think even from those 2 starts or 3 starts, whatever it was, while Cook was hurt, I think that's just helped out a ton for his confidence.
There's a nice recovery by Chown as Cook was wide open under the basket. Chown hit it out of bounds. Going to stay with the Railers on their own baseline.
Number 12, Jack Brooks replaces.
And East Peoria is going to clear their bench.
Yeah, they're calling off the dogs. Page is going to go to the bench. I think he finished with about 13 points here tonight.
35, Kaufman. Keep an eye on him. I'm sure he can shoot. The name Kaufman, don't you have to be a shooter?
I think that's Andy Kaufman's relation.
Which Andy Kaufman?
I don't know. The only one, I only know one.
You don't know the comedian?
Nope. I know the guy from Jacksonville.
There's a three on the way, no good by Schilling. Rebound comes down to Ahrens. Now Jackson, he's going to get to the lane, pull up. Awkward shot. Cook for the rebound, rips it out of there, kicks it out to Carson.
I like to see a little intensity there by Cook on the rebound. Some little guys trying to go after it, and he rips it out of there. And nice. Right after halftime, Scott. I think what was the score at halftime? 23-13, and the Raiders have only given up 11 points in this second half, and what a really good job of defense for the Railers.
Substitution timeout for the Railers as Kingsley checks in. Horn, Meager, and Stevens, and number 13, is that Smith? Gabe Smith. Under a minute to go, 50 seconds to be exact. Meager with it in the corner. He'll dribble in, spin around, kick it out to Stevens, who gives it to Horn. Now Kingsley. Back to Horn on wing, up top to Smith, over to Meager. Meager fakes left, goes right, now goes left. Left-handed, underarm, and scoops it up and good for Meager.
Yeah, nice between the legs, left hand with one hand, and nice little layup there by Meager.
45-24 Railers, down to 20 seconds. Aarons with it, now up top to Jackson. He'll go right, kick it to Aarons. Now back to Jackson. Aarons thinks about a three. Couldn't get it off. Now we're down to 10 seconds. Stolen away, Kingsley. Up and count the bucket to finish it out. Kingsley with the steal on the bucket and your final score. The Railers 47, the Raiders 24. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic post-game show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back to a very happy Coach Neil Alexander court as the Railers are winners here on Tuesday night, 47-24. We'll run through the scoring. East Peoria, the Raiders were led by Justin Page. Justin Page with 13 on the night. He also had 4 rebounds. 4 points for Jack DuBois. 3 for AJ Reinders, and 2 apiece for Cam Marbles and Sol Chown for the 24 for East Peoria. The Railers were led tonight, a couple guys in double figures. One, Peyton Cook. Cook led the way with 13 points and 6 rebounds. Also off the bench, Drew Hayes, 11 points, 3 rebounds. Both of those guys were 5 of 8 from the line, 5 of 8 from the field here tonight. 6 points apiece for Camden Nelson and Aiden Gowan. 5 for Jake Biven. and 2 for Connor Meager, Gage Kingsley, Keon Carson. Again, the Raiders win it here 47-24. We'll be back with Coach Alexander and more of the Grau Schneider Chiropractic postgame. And you're listening to Lincoln Raider basketball.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back to Royce Anderson Gymnasium. Final score 47-24. Railers with the big victory tonight. And joining us now, Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, you knew an East Peoria team that they have a Division I prospect in Page, and able to keep him to 13. I think he had 4 points first half, and you did a great job on him. And you know, you got to be pretty pleased with how your Railers responded tonight.
Well, I thought our defense was really good. We were active. I thought we rebounded with aggression, and I think this game here, take away the last 2 or 3 minutes of the first half, is one of the better games, solid games that we've played. We made good decisions down the stretch. We might have had maybe one bad shot, but you know, we had one. I think it was 6 minutes, somewhere under 6 minutes. We had a possession where we had 45 seconds, and we ended up with an and one. And you know, that puts really hurts teams if you can do that. And you know, in the past we've been able to do things like that.
Well, you're able to go on a little bit of a run there when Nelson and Gowan check in. You know, you got some big three-pointers from them to extend the lead. East Peoria able to work it back a little bit, but you know, Hayes had another fantastic night down low. He's just getting better and better as a sophomore. And, Cook had a solid game. And all around, everybody played well.
I thought so. I don't know how many turnovers we had. We got back tapped, 3 or 4 times tonight.
We were talking about that. Almost every time it's a foul.
We spent 3 days working on the back tap, and it was like we haven't seen it. And up until tonight, we've not been back tapped, but we work on it for 3 days, and then we get clobbered.
Quit working on it.
Yeah. Well, and it's almost called a foul about 75% of the time, and the officials here tonight. But yeah, Coach, 8 turnovers for your guys here tonight. You out-rebounded East Peoria 22-14, and I thought a big thing was you kept Page. I thought Page would really hurt us from the free throw line. He did not attempt a free throw. He didn't have a lot of aggressiveness around the hoop. He was 15 feet, but credit your defense. Again, 11 points you gave up in the second half. That's pretty good against this team that you just faced.
Yeah, they do have shooters around the perimeter, and our guys got out and covered them. We covered the middle. I was pretty impressed, and they saw us play Eisenhower Saturday night, and I think they came in here thinking they had a really good chance, and they should, because they're a good basketball team. They've won 15 basketball games and beaten some good people, and their schedule's brutal going down the stretch here. I think he said they've got Richwoods, they've got Metamora, they got Morton, I think Wheaton, Warrenville, or something like that coming. So it's a good win for us, where I feel like, our schedule, we've got a couple good games left out of 7, but we should take care of business the rest of the way.
Yeah, Coach, talking about that, it starts on Thursday when you travel to Taylorville, who's not won a conference game yet, so it's tough to always get yourself and your guys to believe that there's a chance that they can come and do it, and there always is, especially on the road. You know how tough it is to win on the road, and then you've got another road game, a little bit different of a start time, so there's another factor you throw into it a little bit down in Charleston, or over in Charleston on Saturday. So if you want any shot of next Tuesday to mean a whole lot, then you got to do what you can on this Thursday and Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. And we're at the point now where we're a week away from the seeding meeting. Can you believe that? A week away. Girls, the pairings probably will be out Friday for the girls. Ours will be out a week from Friday, which means right now you should be priming and working on being prepared to play in a regional tournament. So hopefully that'll be an important factor for us to be aggressive and focused to play and get better and stay up and stay with the intensity that we're playing. So hopefully it'll lead over into the state tournament.
Well, Coach, speaking of that, of the seedings, I'll put your AD hat on here for a second and talk about what the girls have coming up as far as when I've got a lot of questions of when their seeding will be out. Where are they going to go? Where's their chances to go for their regional? And when does that happen?
Well, I don't think there's a doubt that they'll be number 1.
Right.
And I think probably they're looking at Muhammad Seymour being number 2. So Muhammad is hosting, so they'll stay there, and probably our girls will be at Bloomington. So that's probably where our girls now. If Muhammad had fallen to 4, there's a good chance we'd go to Muhammad. But if they're number 2, they'll stay at home, and we will go to Bloomington.
And the boys will be in the time frame with another week, so?
We will be a week from today, or a week from tomorrow. Our stuff, I've started putting stuff in, which is due next Wednesday. So with that, I think it's between Morton and if we continue to play, I think we'll be a number 1 seed, which means that you're looking at Morton and Normal West at being 2-3. Mm-hmm. So I would think that they'll put 2-3 together at Normal West.
Yeah, you thought they've been wrong before.
Yeah, but it geographically that makes sense, and sending Lincoln to Champaign Central. So we'll just have to wait and see, and we just got to take care of our business. If it went true to form, because I always start charting right after Christmas, the records and things, we would probably be looking at Bloomington as a first-round game.
Yeah, and we've seen them before.
If they go on the true, seeds of who you would play.
Gotcha. Well,
you got
ready?
your answer?
I got it.
All right.
The people want the answer, not me. Well, I'll get it eventually. But
I'll tell you it all next Friday.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on win number 20 tonight. And, number 20-4. Pretty impressive. And let's keep it going Thursday as we travel to Taylorville.
Well, one thing is, we look back at our 4 losses, and, we're going to get to play one of them here a week from tonight. But the other 3 were 4A schools, which I thought we were in the game and could have won all 3 of them. Even though we got beat by 14 by Belleville East, that was a 4 to 6 point game until about the 3-minute mark when we started to have to foul them and so forth and chase them. And I really thought we should have beat Collinsville, but it's hard to beat Collinsville on their home floor in their tournament. And then you all know what happened at Quincy when we had the 4-point lead under a minute. We should have walked out of there with one. But hey, hopefully our kids have learned from it. And tonight was a great effort. And it's unfortunate that our fans had to be split between the boys and the girls.
Well, that'll happen again on next Tuesday as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both having big games.
Yeah, right.
All right, Coach. We'll see you Thursday in Taylorville.
Okay, thank you.
That'll do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be Thursday, February 2nd at 7:30 as the Railers are on the road to take on the Tornadoes from Taylorville High School. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting at 7. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Joe Lee, cameraman and social media coordinator Lloyd Kirby, as well as Josh Komnick, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 47, East Peoria 24. The Railers now stand at 20-4. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. We'd like to thank our listeners for listening, our viewers for viewing, and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Railer basketball. From Lincoln, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Classic Rock Experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.